Hello, and welcome to the channel Gaming Like a Noob. I'm the Noob, and I call myself Sansomi. And we have a little problem. Let's go into the news here. Dundee United made an offer for Toby Egan. They wanted to pay £235,000. I made a counter offer where they could get him for £1 million. But they didn't want that. But that meant that Toby Egan wanted a new contract, and I just agreed to negotiate with him. So hopefully he will sign the new 3-year contract. It will be expensive for us, but I don't want to lose Toby Egan. I think he's too important for us, and he's been with us for such a long time now. We've grown fond of this player, haven't we? All of us. And looking at a long career at Welling United, and I want him to stick with us and hopefully get all the way with us, so that we can hopefully the day that we make our first game in the Premier League, if we ever get there, he will be in the team, at least on the bench or something. So I don't want to lose him. I think he's been good for us. I think he's been one of our absolute stars. And it would be tough to try and find a new goalkeeper. So yeah, that's what's about to happen with him. So let's hope he signs a new contract, but we don't know yet. And we're going to jump in to this first game of this episode, which is a game against Oxford. But first of all, I would like to say that if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. It would help me out a lot. And if you are, I would say thank you very much for being a subscriber. Now, let's get on. Let's get to the first game of this episode, which is that Neil Moore will be back. Chris Proser will be back as in the first team, because not on the bench, because Solomon Okoro is injured. So and then we will have Victor Akinvale back on the bench, and we'll just have to see what that will do for us. I think we have a pretty strong team here now. Macaulay Gray is back in light training from his injuries, so hopefully he will be back to be able to play pretty soon. And yeah, I think we're just going to jump into the game and see what happens here. I haven't had the time in between the games to fix up a lot of set pieces situations, so that's still not done. But I will get to that, because we need to have a lot of different ways. If I've never really put myself into the thing about set pieces and stuff like that in a really good way. I've played around with it a bit and stuff like that, but haven't really gotten into it for real, so to speak. So I intend to try and do that, because I saw a little line before, and that is, if you make up a lot of different set pieces options, they will rotate between those, and that will be good, because now I just thought that you could only do and they kept that one going, but if they rotate, oh, let's see it, look at this, oh, good save by Egan, and Egan gets it in the head the second time there. But if they rotate among them, you can do, instead of have mixed corners, you can, oh, Chris Proser makes it 1-0 for Welling. As I was going to say, instead of having mixed corners, that they should do, yeah, far and yeah, well, everything like that, where he should put the corners, you can instead make up that you put your player with the strength on heading on the near post. You tell him to take short corners, and if you put him on the far post, you take him to take long corners, and And you get the idea, and then they rotate around with that so that you can, because the thing is, you put in the players in certain positions, but if I put my tallest guy at the nearest post and I tell him to do short corners all the time, they're going to cancel me out. But if I have a rotation combinations with different sort of corners and everything, that makes it all of a sudden more interesting, and that's why I will take the time in between saves someday and make up a lot of different situations with the corners and stuff like that. So, but I haven't had the time, as I said, in between the games. I do have things that needs to be done outside of recording videos as well. So here they come again. Oh, but it's disallowed. Thank you very much. Was an offside goal. So we keep the lead here. Oh. Now I know, looking at the team we have, there is so many of the strongest position in our team, like Neil Moore, Eddie Petrie, Chris Proser, like that is Steve Dunn, and they're all Lent players. So I know that we are making a lot better, what should I say, results in this division than we were expecting because of those Lent players. And the problem is that if we don't get to lend those players, or maybe even get to sign them, some of them, before the next season and until or in front of the next season, we're going to be having some problems even staying in this division. But with them, we are at the moment fighting for a playoff position, and that's pretty neat and interesting. And I think we have a little chance of ending up in a good position this season, and we're absolutely not going to go out. I'm 100% sure now that we're not going to be relegated from this division, which was my fear when we started this season. I did believe that we were going to be fighting to stay in it, and if we couldn't stay in it, I would get fired. But it's gone over all expectations this season, and I'm very happy about that. And here we come again, and done. Ooh. As I said, it's gone way over my expectations for this season, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the way we are playing at the moment, and I'm enjoying that we get most of the things right. And I know we're going to struggle from game to game, and I know that we're underdogs in most of the games, but we are making good results. But Oxford equalizes here now, which we didn't want, of course. Folks is very, very tired. I think we're going to have to do a substitution on him. Do we have anybody? We have a Foka that can play there. So yeah. But yeah, we do have problems here now, which isn't nice. But yeah, I think I'm going to be taking out one of the strikers. Eddie Petrie is going off. We want Victor to come on in. And I would like to do a third change as well, so that we can... I think we're going to bring in Terenzi as well. I think he needs the games. I'm afraid that Oscar Terenzi might be not getting a work permit if we don't play him enough games. So yeah, that's important that he gets some time on the pitch. Here's a Fuka to Adsed, and that's 2-1 for Welling. What a strike by Adsed. Did you see that one? That will be very nice to see in a replay here now. Done with the throwing. A Fuka to Adsed, and look at that. Oh, what a goal. And we are 2-1 up. Horrific. 8,500 spectators or attendance here. And yeah, we are in a good position at the moment. I just wish we could get some sponsor money, and it looks like we're going to win this game. Turney with a corner. Gets it into Akinwale! Victor Akinwale makes it 3-1. We have won this game. 3 new points for us. Perfect. And it is a good warm-up for the cup game coming up. I don't remember who I'm going to play in the cup game, but I do remember we have that Papa John's trophy coming up after this. So I guess I'll just see you in that game. So welcome back. Second match of this episode. Away against Portsmouth in the Papa John's trophy. And yeah, can we be anything else than excited about this? It's a cup game. Always nice to play cup games. And it's going to be a nervous one. I am going to be nervous anyway. Cup games are always special. You want to win them. You want to go through in the competitions. And yeah, so me personally, are going to be very worried anyway. Okuro is going to be back on the bench. And I think Macaulay Gray as well. Yeah, I'm going to put him on the bench as well instead of Alex Robertson. And yeah, let's see what happens in this game. I do believe that it will be exciting. We don't need to rest anybody, which is very fortunate, which I'm happy about. Neil Moore and Charlie Wiggett, there were complaints about them that they were jaded. I did, of the 3 days that we have in between this game and the previous game, I did rest these 2 players for 2 days from training, which hopefully was the thing that made them not be tired for this game. So being fully fit and everything, let's jump into this game against Portsmouth away for a chance to go through in the Papa John's trophy. Hopefully we will, but it's going to be tough. We know that. But yeah, let's go for it. Show on to weaker foot. We can do that. Dressing room. Let's pump our fist. We can't go with what he's. Another thing we're thinking of, avenge what happens when we play along. Yeah, let's do avenge. Nothing's wrong about getting revenge on a team that we've lost out against previously then. So they've beaten us in the league, I guess, because I think they are in the same division that we are. So hopefully we can change or get another result out of this so that we can win against them this time. Hopefully. But as I said, it's a cup game. It's going to be tough. And we can only hope for the best and try our best. Wiggett trying to get that away. It looks like we're going to be struggling in this game because they are actually commanding the start here. Even if it's only been 4 minutes, they are sort of commanding the things happening on the pitch. So let's hope we can get into this game in a good way pretty soon as well, because yeah, we do want, as I said, we do want this. We want to go through in this cup. We always want to go through in cups. And we've had some good seasons. Going back where we actually did manage to win against teams in higher divisions in the FA Cup. We did go quite long one of the seasons, which was on an extraordinary season in the cups. And I was so pleased, but of course, it's far from that going through in this cup. But yeah, let's see what we can do. As I said, we do seem to be struggling in this game, folks. We're not creating, and here's Proser with that. Oh, Chris Proser makes it 1-0 for us. I was just going to say we're not creating anything, and then we get this half a chance and we score on it. Good one. A good ball by Folks here. Long pass up to Proser. Just heading it down there. And I think Nunes should have done better with that one. But yeah, I'm pleased. 1-0 for Welling United. Outside with a corner. Let's hope this makes us take over the game, commanding it a bit more than we've been doing. We've pretty much been on the defensive all the time. Here's Curry. Getting it back to Egan. Egan. Pushing it long up. There's Proser. Turney. That's it. That's it. No. Waited too long. He should have shot away earlier there. But what a start. Come on, Welling. We want to go through in this cup. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm nervous. Really nervous. We have 2 yellow cards as well, which is not very good. They have not gotten a single yellow card so far. So that's Egan's ball. Yes. Good, Toby. Thank you for being our star player. Now I can give you the news that Toby Egan did sign the new contract. So he's just signed a new 3-year contract with us. His basic salary went up from £450 to £900 per week, and a lot of different sort of bonuses and stuff like that. But yeah, the most crucial thing is that he raised his salary quite a lot. But at the same time, we have gotten Callum Whelan sold, which were on a salary of £1,500 per week at us, which actually did lower the wage that we are put under. Here's Melbourne. No. Oh, Egan saves that one. Good. So we ended up getting a better financial situation, but we still have a lot to do to get the financial situation up and running. First of all, we do need to get some better sponsorship. And let's pump our fists. Still room for improvements. Start the second half. Come on, lads. Neil Moore and Steve Dunn, 2 defensive players being booked as well, which makes it kind of hard because we don't want to get them sent off. So yeah, Bristow, Armstrong, they're going to be putting in an effort to try and equalize in this game now, and we're going to be struggling, I think. But hopefully we can do some counter-attack or something and get another goal in. But this is not looking good. Oh, they're playing good, and Egan saves it. Thank you, Egan. As I've said, this is very, very nervously, and it's a very fragile lead with 1-0, of course. And they are totally controlling the game. And I don't know. I think I have the best team on the pitch, so I'm having a hard time trying to figure out if I'm to do some changes, actually, because as I said, I think we do have our best players, and I'm afraid that they will be even more dominating if we do some changes. At the same time, some fresh legs could actually be some good news for us. Here they equalizes. That's not good. I am thinking, you know what? We're going to take a chance here. Let's bring in my colleague Ray. We need to do something. Eddie Petrie has not been very good either, so let's put in Okoro there then. And hope for the best. Come on. Oh, we get a free kick in a dangerous situation, and that's more. Oh, Okoro keeps it in here. More gets a corner out of that. Come on, United. Welling United. We need this. Turney with the corner. And, oh, Wiggett heads it over. Now, this is not what we wanted. an equaliser for them. That's a dangerous thing, and I can't really be angry at my lads, but at the same time, we did have a grip on it. Folks is very tired. I think that's going to be our last change, and it needs to be Ofoka coming in there. So, yeah. I don't know. It feels like we're going to go out of it. I mean, they are dominating the game. They have fully control at the moment. But let's just hope that we get a chance to score that goal, and that we get that goal. And yeah, still some time left here. Turney with a free kick in a dangerous situation. Gets it in. No! Rosa! Heads it towards goal, not over it. Come on, Welling. We want to go through in this cup. Here's Curry. Rosa. Are we going to go... Are we going to leave the very last cup that we are playing in now? Yes, Prosa! Okuru! Okuru! Oh! Solomon Okuru makes it 2-1 for Welling! Ole! Oh! We get to Prosa, to Okuru. Very unselfish from Prosa getting that one down. He could just as well has turned himself towards the goal there and put it in because there was no defender around him. And let's hope we can hold on to this one. I do want to put pressure on that Edson then. Edsir. Oh, come on. Come on, Welling. Come on, Welling. Oh, this is nervous. Oh, how nervous I am. Look at the penalties in some of the competition there. But we do win it, and we go through to the next round of the Papa John's Trophy. How wonderful. How wonderful. I think this was a quarter-final, wasn't it? No, third round something. So, yeah, I don't know. But I thought I saw that it would be the draw for the semi-final. I don't know. Let's not jump into anything. Let's just get through to this. I think the next game is the quarter-final, which I think is already drawn. But I don't remember which teams were making up for that other game that we could face. And after that, there will be a... So I think next round, if they're in this cup, is the quarter-final. Whew. But we go through here, and yeah, I'm very pleased with this. So I'm just going to say I'll see you in the next game. And so, time for the third game of this episode. It's going to be Lincoln at home. The game against Burton got postponed because of a water-legged pitch, or whatever it's called. And yeah, let's jump into it and see what we can do in this game. We have Charlie Wiggett out with the flu, so we're going to be putting in a new player there. And we need a player, Kayasaka, to be on the bench. Like that, yes. Otherwise, it looks like we're back to fitness with our players. I've thrown down Paris Maghoma to be able to play in the under-23. That's why his fitness is a bit down. I still want him to get some games. Macaulay Gray got some time in that game as well to raise his fitness. Yeah, so we're going to go with this team today and hope for another good game from my lads. Let's jump into it. I think Lincoln is somewhere around 19th in the table, so hopefully it will be a team that we can beat. But to be quite honest, even though I know that we can sign better players if we do advance to the next league table, is there? Good. Even if we can advance to I mean, even if we can, yeah, even if we do have a chance to get promoted, even if we do, it would be Oh, crap-a-roni. Even if it would mean that we could sign a couple of better players, we don't have the financial situation to do that. So, for me, I don't see myself wanting to get promoted, but I still want to win a lot of games, of course, and I want to be making sure that we are in a position of a playoff situation before, as soon as possible, I should say, so that we can experiment with the team and give a lot of players rest, and also give Procer equalizes! Also give a lot of young players the opportunity to get some playtime in order to develop. So yeah, we do have a lot of plans still for this season, however we end up, and but the main thing that I'm thinking about or talking about or want to get through is that I do not want to get promoted. We are not ready for championship. The championship is a big leap from League One, at least in real life, and with the team that we have and the financial situation which makes us not able to buy anything really good, I think we would not even struggle the next season in the championship, because we would just fall right out of it. So yeah, I want to keep at least another season in this division. Hopefully we can get players, like a couple of the players that we have lent this season. Neil Moore, Chris Procer, Eddie Petrie are 3 players that I'm very, very excited about, because they still haven't signed new contracts with their clubs. Same with Steve Dunn, actually. He hasn't either signed a new contract with Tottenham, so I'm really hoping that those players will be released this summer and that we will be able to snap them up on free transfers. I know it's going to be tough. I know it's going to be crap! Questionable if we can do it, but I really do hope we can, because otherwise we are going to be having problems even staying next season in this division. We do need those players, because they have been good for us, and yeah, I mean, sure that there is a possibility we will find a couple of new good players. There is a youth intake coming up in March or April or whatever. Is Procer through? Procer, no, he couldn't score. Dang it, Lincoln taking the lead over us again. Again, we're struggling against these teams in the bottom of the division. Lincoln is 19th in division, which makes me question if I need to find a way to try and change, should I say, the way I play against these teams. That my 4-4-2 and everything else that I have chosen in these games is, what should I say, something that I need to change against the lesser teams. That is a way of play that fits in great against better teams, but not so great against lesser teams. So yeah, that's my thought if I'm going to be trying to make some new contributions and some Petrie or Procer it was. Maybe I should be trying to use other formations against these teams in the bottom, trying to play perhaps a 3-5-2 or something like that, maybe a 4-3-3 or whatever. But we need to do something, because we are struggling against these bottom teams every single time. Here's Procer, and yes! He puts in 2-2, and we're back level against Lincoln City. And yeah, we want this so bad. So, yeah, Prosa making a really good effort here. As I said, that's one of the players that we hope to get on a free transfer this summer. His contract with Manchester United runs out, but so did it do. It did the same last season, and they renewed it with him. So, of course, there is a big chance that Manchester United will renew it because he's played good for us, and if they're going after that, they are definitely going to sign a new contract with him. But yeah. So yeah, this isn't... Oh, Curry headed that away. That's good. Palmer, Humphries, Gray, Prosa. Prosa! He's having the game of his life here today. Can he score as well? Oh! He was close. I must say he was close. Really, really close there. As I say, it's a team we should be beating. It's a team that we probably should be struggling along, thinking about what kind of team we actually was coming up to this division. But I think the new signings and everything, and especially the length players, as I've said, have made us a contender to be quite good in this division. Here's all good pass by Petri, and Prosa puts it in! 3-2, hat-trick by Prosa. And we'll take in the lead for the first time in this game. How nice. Very good pass by Petri here. He saw the run from Prosa. And yeah. So it was a good run from Prosa as well, of course. And yeah, we now have 3-2 here. We have 3 points at the moment. And yeah. We can fight. Now the thing, we're going to put our emphasis on that cup. The next round in the Papa John's Trophy, we are going to... Oh, crap. Ah, good save by Egan. Get it away. Get it away. Ooh, another good save by Egan, so they get a corner. Now in the next round, we're going to face off against League 2 team Wigan. And hopefully we can beat that. The other, if we manage to win over Wigan, we have a semi-final against either Mansfield or Charlton. Mansfield from League 2, Charlton from League 1. And if we, by some miracle, will get all the way to the final, which would be after that, we are going to face off against the Premier League under-23, because in the other side of the competition there were Liverpool, and then there was, I think it was West Ham, and I think it was maybe Aston Villa, all three under 23 from the Premier League anyway. So yeah, would be a cool thing to go to the final, face off against the under 23 Premier League team, but we're nowhere near that at the moment. We still need to beat Wigan to even get to the semi-finals, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. But yeah, nice looking anyway. We do manage to turn this game around and win, which I'm very pleased about, and Chris Prosa making an exceptional game today, which I'm also very pleased about. So now we only have one game left to play in this episode, and I guess I'll just see you there. So we're here. Last game of this episode. It's going to be at home against Burton Albion. It's the postponed game that we were supposed to be playing, and we were supposed to be facing off in the list. This last game was supposed to be against Newport, but that one was postponed because of our water flagged pitch, and I think we get that quite a lot at a last couple of games. So I don't know if it's our pitch that are bad or if it's the weather that's been bad here. So, but let's move in. Let's get this last game of this episode over. Let's see if there's anything we need to change here. Okay, at Saka, if there is anybody. Well, we have Charlie Wiggett back, and since he's being back, we should put him in, of course. That's interesting. Having him back is a good thing for us. And the Leeds The lead manager, Woodgate, has been irritated that we aren't playing him as a left winger. So I'm not going to be playing him as a striker in this game. So I'm actually going to be putting him as a substitute if I need to change the right or left one. Hopefully Martin Turney, if he's going to be changing in anybody, so that he gets to play in that position that where they complain that he doesn't get to play. And we're going to have Victor Actingvale to take the position as a substitute for the striking situation. This 22-year-old Nigerian player is a promising player. I still believe that he could become a really good player for us. But, yeah. I don't think he's better than the ones that we have lent. And I don't think he is as a League One quality yet. But hopefully he could be if he continues to develop. So, with that done and seeing all the green hearts here, that we don't need to do any changes. There is going to be a lot of changes if or when they say that you have enough points to not go out of playoff situation in the league. Then I will start to do a lot of experimenting and doing a lot of resting of the good players and getting a lot of promising players the opportunity to play a lot. So Victor Actonvale will probably play a lot in that sense or that time, and we will I will try to put the best team in the game of the Papa John's, of course. So when we're going to play Papa John's, I'm going to be resting players both before and after those games, many of the stars. So I'm going to be putting in a lot of players that I want to try and develop. Penalty kick. He took the ball, god dang it. Oh well. Penalty for Burton. And Egan can take that one. Dang it. 1-0 for Burton. Burton Albion. But yeah, let's see if we can get back into this game. He just didn't. He chose the right way, but he just stood still in the air. He couldn't really throw himself out to the side. Oh well, it was like somebody was holding him back. Never mind. Let's try to get back into the game. Here's Petrie, here's Stewart. Gets it in there, but it's gotten rid of. As Wiggett. Wiggett finding Turney. Turney, can he get the ball in? Now he gets it to Adshead, to Curry. Curry gets it in, and there's Petrie. Oh! Eddie Petrie heads that one over. Close one for Welling United. Egan. Hoisting it up against Folks. Folks gets it to Stewart. Stewart finds Petrie. Can he find Proser? No. But Proser gets the ball, but then he was offside. That's not very well done by Proser. Proser should have make sure that he was behind Petrie, and in that way being able to be passable, so to speak. So yeah, but yeah, that's the way it is. Not all players have that talent. Come on. Here comes Burton again. Oh, crap-a-roni. But Petrie getting the ball here. Can we start a counter-attack here? He gets it to Adshead. Adshead. Oh, no power in that shot. That's a bit of a shame. I can see that Turney is getting a bit tired, but that's Folks is getting tired as well. But I think it's going to be Turney. That's sometime during the second half is going to be substituted out against Solomon Okoro. And it looks like it's going to be Petrie that's going to be substituted out against Akinvale sometime during the second half. If no injuries or something else happens. Here's Proser. Oh! Sandfjord or Ford gets that ball. So half time, we are behind, which I don't like. Let's see. Look, you know as well as I do, the first half wasn't good enough. Show me. Yeah, I want to do that. Eddie Petrie is not, he's furious about that. So, yeah. Well, he's been playing quite well, so I guess that makes him furious. It's the rest of the team that hasn't been playing very good. Egan gets it out to Petrie, to Proser. Proser to Stewart. To Adshead. Ooh, just outside. Just outside. But the goalkeeper looked like he had control of that ball. But, yeah. Anyway. Come on. Nothing happening. I think we need to do a couple of changes now. I can't continue like this. I'm not doing the changes because I think it's going to be... I think I'm going to make them because I do want to try and make something out of this game. I don't know which the third one should be, but I want to find out within... Before 65th minute, I want to do that last. I mean, folks should be going out, but he's not. I think I'm going to do this. Terenzi coming in. So I'm hoping this will do something as Proser. Oh, Akinwale, folks. Folks to Akinwale. Akinwale! Oh! Oh my God. Could have scored there. Something is really weird happening here, and the sound sort of disappearing from time to time, but yeah, we're just gonna have to live with it. Hopefully it won't be any more things that were going to happen, but Freddie Stewart's getting an injury. That's not good when we have done all that we have done. I can't take him off. I need him to play the game out to try and see if we can get... Maybe I should take him off. Yeah, let's take him off. Let's not care about that. We have lost this game. I know it's not. I'm not supposed to give up when we're 1 goal down, but yeah, I could see that we couldn't get anywhere in this game. So the important thing is, of course, to have him back as quick as possible. But that also means that we are going to lose out on a defensive midfielder in this game here, which is of course something that we could use. But yeah, here's Neil Moore, folks with a long ball to Akinwale. Akinwale finding Proser. Proser finding the net. Oh, 1-1, 1-1. But as I said, we're 1 lad short in this game, which is going to be a problem. I know it's going to be a problem, but hopefully that they won't score anyway. But yeah, very nice to score here. They are 3rd in the league, so it's not a bottom team that we are facing off against. So getting a point here is, of course, would be a very nice thing. 3.3 thousand people being at our stadium. That's interesting, and that's a good thing. And yeah, we have another point at least in this last game of this episode. So we're gonna go and have let's see, let's do like that. No gesture, just making them unlucky. And then we go through here, we can see the table. Let's jump into the last here to see some things. We're waiting on this youth candidates. We see we have a couple of green here, which we are interesting. No red, which also is. But at the same time, they say don't expect much from this youth intake. I know we don't have this develop, and that is something that I want to eventually, of course, develop once we get the training facilities good enough to be able to develop player. After that, I want to put the emphasis on youth so that we can get good youth players up through our system And yeah, because that's what we need. We need to get youth players that are good or have a lot of potential, train them up, sell them for a lot of money, and then bring new ones up all the time. Because as long as we don't get any sponsorship money, that's the only way for us to make money and to keep a team that is strong enough to, what should I say, to fight for to stay in a division like this. So we can see that the pitch condition is poor. That's probably the reason why it's been why so many games has been postponed on it. So I'm going to see here if I can find stadium relay pitch, because we really do need to, but it looks like they're going to be saying yes, and it's going to go quite, but they're not going to do it until after the season. Okay, and let's see here, we have some news. Freddie Stewart's out for 6 to 8 days. Hopefully that's not going to be crashing into the Papa John's trophy. Hopefully he will be back before that. Still offers thought of physical play. Yeah, okay. Curry set for pay increase. That's not good. Turney set for pay increase. That's not good. Foster raises fitness concern. Yeah, a lot of players with a bit, 3 players with that are a little jaded. Chris Prosser, Charlie Wiggett, and Neil Moore. So let's have a look at the schedule. And we can see the next game against Bradford City, and it's in 4 days. And in the next episode, if nothing gets cancelled or postponed, we're going to have Bradford City, Hull City, Crewe, and then Wigan in the Papa John's in the very last game of the next episode. And that's interesting, very interesting. They are in League 2. So we really should be beating them. They are in a 12th position as well. So they're not a strong team in League 2, which makes me hopeful that we can beat them. At the same time, I was looking at this key player, and he looks like he has some good numbers. He's 18 years old. His contract doesn't run out until 19. He's valued at 100,000, and maybe that's a player that I could buy, because it's strikers that I really do need. And looking at him, he seemed to be quite a good player. So I'm going to scout this player, and I'm going to see what we get out of the scouting of this player, and hopefully maybe we could buy him, because we have, if we talk to his agent, he would be able to talk to us. But Wigan want somewhere between 2.9 and 5.75 thousand for a player that is worth £100,000. That's not something that I'm going to be paying, that's for sure. But if I could get him for a couple of 100,000, I wouldn't say no to try and, or I shouldn't say, I wouldn't say no right now because I haven't scouted him. But look at all these yellow places here. It seems like he's a good striker, and it's a striker that we do have a problem with. Absolutely. Looking at his career, he's been in Wigan all the time, except for he was lent out last season to Morecambe and did a really good season there. 40 games, 16 goals, 3 assists, 5-time man of the match, a player of the match, and 7.18 in an average rating. He's done okay this season. 26 games, 7 goals, 1 assist, and 3 player of the match. So yeah, I mean, it looks like it's a good player, and looks like a player that has some potential. But we're just going to have to see what the scouts are saying about him. Yeah, but I'm trying to see if there's any other team interested in him. No plans for the future. And long-term plans, we need to scout him, and that needs to be scouted. Scouting required for all of those things. And let's see, is there anything else we can look at? Doesn't say much about him. So yeah, that's a player I'm going to be scouting, and see if we can't get into our team if he's really as good as these yellow things are saying. I mean, determination as well, 13 to 18, only 18 years of age, which tells me that there is a lot of potential there. So hopefully that's a player that we could get, but I'm not going to be paying £3 to £6 million for him. If I'm going to buy him, it will be probably maximum, I think I will max out if I find out that he's has some really good potential. I would perhaps maximum go to £500,000 for him, but yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see for that. We do have a profit so far this month, and that's pretty much because we sold Callum Whelan for 80,000 and we got about £45,000 for winning and going through in the Papa John's trophy. Other than that, we would have gone minus. So yeah, we're not in a good financial situation. We do need a lot of sponsor money, and we do need more people to come to our games and watching us. More people watching the game, so to speak. And as it is, I do think we have 4,500 or 5,500 capacity. Yes, 5,500. 2,000 of those are seated, and we're up to about 3 point something. Now in last games we did have 3.3, so I do think we are somewhere around that in an average rating or an average attendance. But of course we want to try and max out this and try to be as close to the maximum of that as quick as possible. So yeah, that's interesting. Basic corporation facilities, and I think that corporate facilities is the ones that have to sponsorship and stuff like that to do. And I don't think you can develop that in any way. You need to build on your stadium and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's weird. We do own the stadium, Parkview Road, but we have no sponsorship. If it was no stadium sponsor, which is so weird. I mean, we are actually in League One now, and we are a club in London. There should be companies giving us sponsor money. So I don't know if there's anybody that I can hire as in the staff that could improve my chances of getting in the money in, because we have everything in couch and stuff. Medical is not something that has to do with the financial. Maybe scouting and transfer. I don't know if a technical director could help us get better sponsorship. I don't know if that is something that he's involved in. Maybe I should be Googling something about technical director and see if that actually is one of his working things. But I've been speaking a lot now, and the episode is over. So I'm just going to say, I do hope you have enjoyed this episode. Do like, subscribe, and all that nice stuff. Leave a little comment, and stay safe out there in this horrible world, which it is from time to time. And stay safe, as I said, and have tons of fun. And I'll just end with bye.